Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode I'm looking at what I managed to make for my holiday we went on last week, what I wore during the second week of Me Made May 2023, and I also have a mini fabric haul to show you, so if that interests you, stay watching. Now you may remember in my last video I held up several pieces of fabric that I wanted to make into shorts to take on our holiday with us, and I had I think I started on Sunday afternoon and we were going on holiday on Tuesday. I had a couple of days of sewing on Sunday and the Monday, which was a bank holiday Monday, and I did manage to get 3 pairs of shorts made using the Pattern Emporium Getaway Shorts pattern. And this is the first pair that I made. I made them in the chambray with the white flowers on the blue background. I used the yoga waistband for all 3 of the shorts that I made, and I used the medium length shorts, which just comes down to about my mid-thigh, I would say. The first pair of shorts had the back pockets in there, can you see, which are actually reasonable sized pockets. You can certainly get your hand into them, so you could probably get your phone in there as well. It was the first pair that I made, like I said, and they did take me quite a few hours to make. The majority of the time was actually spent making the pockets and putting them onto the garment, and there's quite a lot of work involved in the pockets. Let me just hold them up to the camera so you can see. Can you see those? They are top stitched on. I used ordinary cotton. I didn't use any top stitching thread at all to top stitch the pockets on, but there is obviously, I did tack them into place on the back of the shorts. I made sure they were sitting properly, they weren't crooked, and I did a lot of pressing as usual. So on my second and third pair of shorts, I decided that I wasn't going to bother with the pockets, because ultimately I don't put my hands in my pockets or use the pockets really in shorts. So the second pair that I made was using the daisy print chambray, and again I used the yoga waistband. I used the yoga waistband actually from the Cocoa pants on all 3. Cotton lycra jersey, the waistband. These are just, like I said, it was the same length, so it's a mid-length for all 3 pairs. I didn't put the pockets on the back, so that was the second pair that I made. And the third pair I made, I didn't actually show you this fabric at all because I knew I had it in my stash, but I hadn't even thought of using the fabric for the getaway shorts. And it's this fabric here. It's a navy rayon crinkle fabric. It's rayon or viscose or something like that, but it's a crinkly fabric, and it's got a really nice drape, as you can see, and it's floral. And I put a navy yoga waistband onto those shorts. Again, they don't have any pockets in the back, they're just plain, but they do hang really, really nicely. So although I did manage to make the 3 pairs of shorts in perhaps a day and a half before we went on holiday, I was literally working flat out on them with me, and they did form a major part of my holiday capsule that I took with me. Which leads us nicely into Me Made May 2023 week 2. Like I said, we were on holiday in Mallorca. It was very warm during that time. We did have some rain, but it's very warm during that time. So I spent the majority of the time in shorts and short sleeve tops. One thing I did take with me that I literally based my whole travel wardrobe around is I took with me a white denim jacket. It's a ready to wear one. I had it about, I don't know, 8 years ago, but it stood the test of time. It's got a slight stretch to it, and that's my primary topper. So I made sure that all the outfits I took, I could wear that in the evening as a topper, you know, because it gets a little bit cooler in the evenings, doesn't it? Okay, so on with my list of of outfits that I wore and the garments that I wore. I didn't take a massive amount of clothes with me on holiday. I didn't take a massive amount of shoes. In fact, I took a pile about kind of big, I would say, of tops and probably the same in bottoms. So I didn't actually take very much with me at all. I've got a list here to go through my outfits. I'll put a picture somewhere at the top here so you can see what I wore. So let's start with the 8th of May, which was the day before we went. That's right. I've had to write the outfits down because I just wouldn't have remembered what I'd worn. So on the day before we went on holiday, I was wearing, I haven't got a photograph of this, I was wearing a pair of Rebecca Page pippa pants in navy with big red roses all over them, which I made last year in actual fact. And I just wore a ready-to-wear vest top along with that, with a cardigan over the top, just in case it got a bit cooler. That was the day before we travelled, so I was kind of wearing bits that I'd kind of thrown on, just so I wouldn't wear my better clothes because they were all packed in the suitcase. The 9th of May was when we travelled, so I wanted to be comfortable, and I wore my navy Pattern Emporium urban pants, which are the culotte length and the wide length version, and I wore that along with an itch to stitch Lego top that you've seen me in quite a few times. It was a navy one, and of course that was over the top, so it was quite heavy actually in comparison to all the other items of clothing I took with me. So I travelled in the denim jacket, or I had it with me as hand luggage, so I didn't have to put it into the case, so it didn't weigh more than it had to, if you follow what I'm saying. And I also wore my white Converse because they're quite heavy as well, so I wore my, and I wanted to be comfortable. So that was first day of holiday, 9th of May, when we travelled. So the 10th of May was our first real day on holiday, and I wore my, these daisy shorts with a yellow ready-to-wear top. I had the vest top on first of all, but the day was quite warm, so I popped on a yellow cami throughout the day. I didn't wear the vest top for very long at all, so that was my daytime wear. And at night I changed into the navy polka dot coastal side split skirt and wore the ready-to-wear yellow vest top I'd initially put on during the day. Now on the 11th of May, it was actually a little bit cooler, but I started the day wearing the white flowery chambray shorts that I made, obviously. I wore those with a chambray coloured vest top. That was a ready-to-wear vest top. And as the day got a little bit cooler, I'd taken my grey unwind hoodie with me, so I had that to pop on as it got a little bit cooler. And in the evening, I wore a black high-waisted pencil skirt, the patterns from Rebecca Page Patterns, and I wore that with a black and white Sinclair Jolie vest top that I made last year, and again the white denim jacket as a topper over the top of those. Day 12 was a little bit warmer, so I wore a pair of grey leopard print culotte shorts, again from Rebecca Page Patterns, that I made and took on holiday with me last year, and I wore ready-to-wear black cami top during the day with a white cardigan, ready-to-wear cardigan over the top, just in case it got a bit chilly and cool. In the evening, I wore my grey scuba floral Pattern Emporium Friday Feels skirt, along with a ready-to-wear cerise vest top, and again the white denim jacket over the top. On the 13th of May, it was a lot warmer, and we actually went to visit the Roman ruins at Old Alcudia, and we were walking around in the open for quite a while, and I wore these navy floral getaway shorts with a ready-to-wear red vest top, and I took the white ready-to-wear cardigan and I just tied it to my handbag because it was too warm to wear, but just in case it got a bit cooler, I took a cardigan with me. We also walked into Alcudia, I think it's called the Old Town, which is really lovely. It's a nice little shopping area. And I bought myself a pair of earrings. I always buy a little bit of jewellery on holiday. I bought these little earrings. I don't know if you can see them. They are silver, but they're kind of got little off-white enamel up with it, a little swirl on it. So I've been wearing those ever since. They're really lovely and they complement my outfits really nicely. So I love those. On the 14th, I wore the Daisy getaway shorts again, and with those I wore a white ready-to-wear cami top with a turquoise ready-to-wear cardigan over the top. I don't know what I wore in the evening, but I do know one of the nights that I haven't written down or taken photographs, I wore my my navy and white polka Friday Field skirt from Pattern Emporium. On the 15th, it was a nice sunny day, so we were by the pool, and I wore a pair of black and white spotty culotte shorts. Again, the pattern is from Rebecca Page Patterns, and I wore that with a turquoise cami, and I had a cardigan just to throw on again if it got cooler. In the evening, I wore the grey floral scuba Friday Field skirt again. And again, I wore it with the cerise vest top because I'd only worn it for a few hours previously. And again, the good old white denim jacket over the top. On the 16th, we were travelling back home. So after a day by the pool, we came in about lunchtime because we had a massive thunderstorm and it was literally hailing. The hailstones were literally that big. They were absolutely massive. So I travelled home in the coastal side split skirt, and I wore a mid blue vest top that was a ready to wear top, and again wore the white denim jacket over the top of that with the white Converse because I wanted a really easy to wear, comfortable outfit to travel back in. So as far as the second part of my Me Made May pledges go, I have been working on garments for myself every day while I've been away. I showed last time, I think I showed that I finished off the first sleeve of a cerise cardigan that I'm knitting and the crocheted sun hat. I took both with me to do while I was away on holiday. I didn't do anything on the sun hat whatsoever. But I did take more yarn to start with the sleeve because I'd finished the first sleeve in the previous video, hadn't I? So I took my needles with me on holiday and I've done that much knitting. Can you believe that? I actually sat and knitted while that storm was causing chaos outside. We were inside in the bar, so I sat and knitted, had a glorious couple of hours watching the storm. And yeah, knitting my sleeve. So I'm on the decreases now, which I'm really pleased with. I would have got a lot more done, but unfortunately I've got, as you can probably see here, I've got the Knit Pro Nova metal needles, and they are interchangeables. I use a circular needle to knit, and I had them in my hand luggage on the way back. And yes, you've guessed it, the guys at security took them off me, made me hand them over at security going through Palmer Airport, and so I couldn't knit on the plane. So I had nothing to do apart from twiddle my thumbs and look out the window and drink tea on the way back, which was a bit of a waste really, but my fault entirely. Okay, so finishing off then, I have a mini fabric haul that arrived just before I went on holiday. I obviously didn't have time to make it up at all because I was literally rushing through those 3 pairs of shorts. They're all from Pound Fabrics. They're all beautiful viscose challis fabrics. I got a fantastic cerise, which is one of my colours for spring and will be for summer as well. I got beautiful length of navy, again viscose challis. As you know, that's my dark neutral for spring and will be for summer as well. And I also got this beautiful navy pattern challis. It's got kind of little vines all over it. So yeah, they are the fabrics I had from Pound Fabrics. The two plain ones are part of their core range, so you should be able to buy those. Again, I'm not sure about the floral because I think that is a special deal. So that's it for the week. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking and leaving comments. It really does help to get my channel seen. So until next time, happy sewing!